in vacation within the public service. Our intention is to keep you busy, to mentor you, and to provide some extra cash and pocket money to enable you to address those needs that young people have. The growing population has continued to share limited resources, limited schools, limited markets, limited vocational centers. And this is why life now seems so difficult. This is why new jobs are not imagined. It is about a 30-year deficit which this government is determined to reverse.
It is not possible for civilization to flow backwards while there is youth in the world. Undoubtedly, the importance of the role of youths in the development of any society cannot be overemphasized. But for them to be relevant in the nation's development, a lot depends on the leaders and what is invested in the youths to prepare them for the future, and the youths themselves. Obviously, the youths are the leaders of tomorrow. Hence, youth development is a very important policy perspective that should emphasize the provision of services and opportunities to support all young people in developing a sense of competence, usefulness, belonging, and power. Positive youth development is a framework that guides government in how it organizes policy framework, opportunities, and supports so that young people can develop to their full potential. Positive youth development is not just another program. Any government that adopts a youth development approach that emphasizes the certain principles of positive outcome, youth voice and engagement, government involvement, and collaboration and long-term commitments. Positive youth development includes and reaches beyond programs because it promotes organizational change and collaboration for community change. All sectors have a role to play in making the community a great place to grow up. The desire to develop the youths of Lagos State and the desire to do things differently has seen the Lagos State government involve the youths of the state in the different sectors of the economy to prepare them for the challenges ahead, from health to agriculture to the power sector and even their own personal development. In the power sector, a sector that has been one of the most challenging in the nation, involving the youths in the development of this sector is a much needed one, as they are made aware of the importance of energy and how to manage it. Hence, the introduction of the Lagos Power Kids program by the state government. The Lagos Power Kids program is an initiative of the Lagos State government as part of the power sector development plan to help improve energy efficiency and conservation practice amongst its citizens. The program, which is designed to be an interactive extracurricular club activity, is specifically aimed at students in junior secondary school. Conceived and delivered in 2013, the program ran across 30 schools over a 10-week period. The children went through very extensive training which exposed them to practicals on how to calculate electricity and its usage, and a visit to the various power stations in the state. This was with a view to enable them to have first-hand experience of what it was like, while they were also taught about electricity, calculating energy consumption, energy efficiency, energy conservation, electrical hazards, safety, renewable energy, and water conservation. By 2014, the program had expanded to 50 participating schools with 20 students from each of the 50 schools selected on merit to be part of this program, thereby taking the number of participating students to 1,000. It started as an education initiative with the power of youthfulness in order to connect these children early in life to the challenges they will deal with in the future. It has.
It is not one day that you are special every day. Because you are the reason that your parents exist. You are the mirror of their youth. and you are the compass for what their future will look like. I have learned a few things here. I have learned what an energy noise sounds like, what a power clap is like, and what a 50 kVA scream is like. Now, children, this really is great. We can't belong to the power kids because it didn't happen in our time, but it's happening in your time. It's education and fun mixed together. It's a message that is creeping across our state and, in the event, hopefully across our country. That there is really nothing mystical about electricity and energy. I am delighted to see the experiments that some of you have undertaken and the results that they have brought forth. It gives me a lot of confidence that all will be well in a short time in this country. You have the power to be everything that you want to be. Just dream it and then work towards it. Our role will be to continue to guide and hold your hands and your steps in that journey to the future. From very modest beginnings, we can produce great scientists. I've seen the effort to build a power crane, to build a motorized taxi, to build a blender from essentially scrap. And it tells me that when we start producing the right kind of steel, the right kind of plastics, and the petrochemical plants are up and running, there is nothing that is beyond you because you have the power to imagine and to dream.
In the health sector, they strive to bridge the gap by providing a safe and confidential center for young people of the state in terms of health and personal development, brought about the introduction of Hello Lagos. Hello Lagos is an adolescent and youth sexual reproductive health unit in the Ministry of Health, established in May of 2002 to cater for the youths of the state to discourage young people who would rather patronize quacks in the medical sector. This is more so because the youths perceive the quacks as keeping their medical records confidential, unlike the public hospitals. This negative perception led to the creation of a safe and confidential place for the young people. Hello Lagos is an avenue to reach out to the young people of Lagos State. The center took off as a phone-in program where hotlines were open to young people to call in at any time of the day. This was in realization that a major determinant of adolescent and young people's sexual and reproductive health was their access to and uptake of information about reproductive health services. Hello Lagos therefore designed a youth-friendly sexual and reproductive health services tailored to ensure confidentiality and privacy, train non-judgmental providers, be affordable, and have youth participation.
Come here because I want to learn, and again, it's a youth center, so it's for every youth. Like for example, we taught us to be bold in ourselves, to make sure we don't hide our talents, and that has helped me a lot in school. When we come here, we learn. After learning, like now we are the exam period, they tell us to read our books instead of watching the TV. So that has really helped me so much. I developed a reading habit in me and determination, and I've developed a courage. There's courage in me, boldness. Like when, let's say for an interview, like when before you enter a school, interview you after the examination. So that boldness will be expressed in me. They may say maybe revision time I should come and teach the class on any subjects and know best.
Okay, apart from schoolwork, apart from learning how to be bold, what else have you learned?
I've learned that we should not be in silence. Like anything that is happening in our environment, we should always be bold to speak out. We should not be in silence. And help the society, like what I've learned here, like when we get to a society, maybe some of them may be raped, some of them boldness may not be in them, some of them they may not have that habit in them to be able to read their books. And when they come back from school, just drop their bags, start playing. So when I read the society, I'll teach them, lecture them about they should not be in silence, they should not die in silence. They should have that boldness in them to be able to speak out, even though there is a congregation there, and they should be able to read at least, even though it's 30 minutes when they come back from school, they should be able to open their book and read because it's for their own benefits.
This place is a place whereby people come here and get reformed. So I believe I shouldn't be left out. So I'm here to just enjoy myself. Let me put it like that. So many. I get information about HIV, premarital sex, rape, education, importance of education, who I am, what the government is doing, and so much more. The beginning of life to me, because before I got here, you know, as a youth, the way you think should be different from an adult. But I come here and meet people that have made it, that have achieved something, and they tell me things that I should hear about myself. When I get outside, how I should compose myself, what to look up to in people, especially. And I believe if I just put these things into practice very well, I'm good to go in life. I am a youth. I'm young, I'm strong, I'm agile, I'm intelligent, I'm proud. And these are all the things a youth should be. Because you can't definitely call the adult youth. And you know, we're just starting, we're just getting somewhere. I am just starting and I'm a youth, so that's just it.
Hello Lagos is the Adolescent Youth Sexuality, Reproductive Health and Development Unit. We actually branded it Hello Lagos. Its main function is to cater for both in-school and out-of-school adolescents and young people. Basically, we target ages 10 to 24, but because of the National Youth Policy, we go a little bit ahead of that. This is because we are mainly Ministry of Health and we are more of a WHO thing, but because we have to domesticate any policy, so we'll go above that to accommodate the National Youth Policy. There was a survey where we discovered that young people were not accessing our hospital facility. Our hospital facilities are safe, but young people say they are not confidential. The quacks are confidential, quotes, but they are not safe because they are not being manned by professionals. Therefore, the Adolescent Youth Sexuality Reproductive Health Unit, Hello Lagos, now decided to take the confidentiality from the quacks and the safety from the hospital to provide a safe and confidential environment or unit or center, call it by whatever name, for young people in Lagos State where they can access health. Don't forget that I said from age 10. If you look at the young girl at 10, by the time that 10, she's getting ready to enter GSS1, and then you look at her as an individual now, breast development, growth and development, why is my breast bigger, oh, I'm menstruating, wet dreams. These are information that most parents will not sit at home. You have different type of parents. Some will not discuss it at home because of religion. Others don't even know. Those that know don't have the time. They are busy running after one thing or the other. And this is why young people seek information from where? From peers and then from the media. which many at times is wrong, and these will have adverse effects in the future. So you are in a place where you have an information as it is scientifically proven. We give the information as long as the young person is free and able to ask the questions, tutored or tailored towards the individual's age. So basically you are preparing them, and that's one of the reasons why we go to secondary school, because going to secondary means that we are trying to catch them young, give them the information. Information is power. With information they are not likely to go wrong, because then they are empowered. They are being given life skills. For example, when the students come here for after schools, there is the in school where we do in the schools. When they come in here for after schools, the first thing we do is we package them together and we give them a talk. Interactive session, we have different topics. Sometimes they bring the topics themselves as it affects their community. So we have an interactive session and we tell them that you have further questions. You want to chat with us. You are shy. You don't want to ask the questions. You are free to walk into us. You are free to send on an email. You could just use the sadness and happy box. You can send on an email. You can send on an SMS. There are various avenues of it. You can even just write on a piece of paper and then we meet and we discuss. So basically what we do here is we give them information, which is power.
Agriculture remains a sector that needs a lot of attention, and the state government has upped its game by involving the youths in its entire program in this sector. The state's Agric Yes program remains a referral, a testimony, and a benchmark for others.
We are training 1,000 youths under the Agricultural Youth Empowerment Scheme, Agric Yes, in the use of the most contemporary farming skills and techniques in collaboration with our partners from Israel, along the models of the world-famous Israeli kibbutz farming settlement.
We have successfully made agriculture very attractive and rewarding to the Lagos youths.
Agricultural Youth Empowerment Scheme, Agric Yes, which was introduced and commenced training activities in October of 2009, is geared towards eradicating extreme poverty and hunger as enshrined in the Millennium Development Goals. It ensures self-sufficiency in food production and food security, employment generation amongst other benefits. The scheme is structured as a social protection program designed to empower the youths and train them in modern agriculture techniques in vegetable farming, poultry keeping, livestock farming, aquaculture, and basic bookkeeping. The curriculum is structured in 3 phases, beginning with Basic Agriculture Module. The second phase exposes the interns to international best practice and modern agricultural management techniques in commercial farms. At the final stage, successful trainees are settled in farm estates with take-off grants from the Lagos Microfinance Institution, LASMI. No doubt, the effects of current environmental challenges such as global warming and climate change defy age, status, and geographical boundaries. For a state that is faced with an extreme menace of ocean and heavy volume of rainfall amongst other factors, Lagos State government has adopted the bottom-up approach to this global menace. One of such approaches is the establishment of the school's advocacy program. The program, with the maxim, "Catch them young," provides students with the knowledge of climate change and environmental education to inculcate in students the challenges this generation faces from the environment, the future, and how this can be mitigated. Formed March 20, 2009, Climate Change Clubs in the state schools is to motivate and empower school children to be part of the solution to one of the greatest challenges confronting the human society. Few years down the line, the club has facilitated greater interest in and understanding of the environment by the students. The children have become more active and effectively participate in the campaign against acts and deeds that contribute to global warming and consequently climate change. The establishment of the club is an affirmation of faith in children as critical stakeholders in the society. It is also a demonstration of the BRF's administration's commitment to empowering the youths with the requisite knowledge and opportunities to begin to play leadership roles in the society today and not tomorrow. Also is the School Traffic Safety Awareness Advocacy, which was introduced by Lagos State Traffic Management Authority LASMA, in collaboration with the Lagos State Ministry of Education. Through this School Traffic Safety Awareness Advocacy Program, also codenamed BRF, Be Road Friendly, pupils, students and teachers in both public and private schools in the state were exposed to various road safety values, ideas, programs, and other road traffic safety measures. The program was designed in such a way that the children will have fun while learning road safety tips that will enhance their road safety consciousness. They will in turn influence the behavior of their parents, guardians, and other adults they come in contact with through the knowledge acquired. This traffic safety advocacy program was broken into different components to ensure a holistic learning process and guarantee its success. The first is the introduction of safety clubs in all public and private primary and secondary schools in the state, where safety lessons, principle exercise, traffic and quiz competitions will be used to improve the traffic awareness knowledge of the children. The second is the design of school traffic safety zones within the schools. This is aimed at promoting and enhancing safety environment around the schools. It will involve the installation of zebra crossings, road signages, traffic signs, traffic safety corners in all schools to complement the learning skills acquired from the safety club. Undoubtedly, adolescents and youths represent the biggest generation in human history. A third to almost one half of the population in developing countries is under 20 years old. In Nigeria, 46% of our population is under the age of 15. Their transition to adulthood therefore needs to be understood in the larger developmental context.
So many youths may be talented in so many different spheres and aspects of life. A youth might be talented academically, a youth might be talented skillfully, a youth might be talented in sports, and so many different areas like that. So it depends on which area, and then we know where to take it from. So it has to be a particular type of talent to know what to do and how to take that up. In youth centers, you see a lot of youth get engaged in sports, some of them in skill acquisition, and there is no gainsaying that not less than 1,000 youth every year learn skill acquisition through our youth centers.
Recognizing the need to invest in young people and enabling them to exercise their human rights not only benefits young people themselves, but can also help their countries reap a demographic dividend, provided proper public sector policies are in place. Investing more in young people has a direct benefit of improved health and education outcomes, in addition to longer-term benefits of increased economic growth.